Hey there, folks. I'm Joe Crawford of artlearning.com. Pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev, do a daily target. I was waiting for it to count down, but I guess I'll just refresh. That's just fine. And here we go. I guess it's 2 shields. Sure. Feel like this is paragraph element with some very specific characteristics. Let's see about that. I've been doing translates and scales. So let's see if we can do this all with margins and borders. Yeah, margins and borders and a conic gradient. All right. So thing number 1. Let's put the yellow on the background and then put the 2 elements in place with margins 0, 10, 20, 30, 32. A little more margin on the top, 3, 4, 5. And I think we want a border bottom, 40 pixels solid color. And I'm going to put a false color on there just to make sure I know what I'm doing. All right, we make it a little taller, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks like it'll work. 2, 200, 210, 212. Okay, so what next? We need some border radius. How about 1 inch, 1 inch, 0, 0, like that? Will that match? Yeah, I think that matches. All right, so let's replace this background with conic gradient, which will be at 40 pixels, 80 pixels, something like that. Transparent. 75%. And then this yellow, 0. We put it in the upper corner with 0, 0. We give it a width of 60 pixels, 80 pixels, something along those lines, and give it a height. How about 100 pixels? There's a cross. The numbers are not quite right, but that's okay. Let's get those right. 555. And the width needs to be, 75? No, 85 probably. Great. I think this needs to be 85. Yeah, and then this needs to be 115. And that does that. So that's one of those. Let's make another. And this one, scale -1. And what do we need? So I just copy and paste these margins and flip them. So this 212 and the 32 is flipped with the 32. That's the main thing. And if I do this minus 200, 230, 40, 50, I think that does it. Do we get a win out of this if we decrease this? Not really, because the two side, you don't get it. There's no abbreviated version that I can think of for doing the margins. I could do a translate, which would be fine too. Maybe is a translate shorter? If I do a translate of 100 pixels or something? That's kind of shorter, isn't it? Yeah, how about 200? Translate shorter. We'll go with the translate. I always do the translate. It is shorter than doing margins. There are probably other ways to do it. I'm not thinking of right now, but that's how we're doing that. Ooh, 99.9%. We're a little off. Why are we off? Ooh, intriguing. Very intriguing. I'm not sure what we got wrong here. I don't see a diff. That's a problem. That is a significant problem. I don't know where we got this wrong. This has got a little code smell on it. 50 pixels. Let's do 50, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75. Let's submit that. See if we get to 100% match. Yeah, 99.9% is definitely code smell for us. Not a fan of that. Oof. So we might have a half pixel error here. Again, not a fan. So what else might we have wrong here? I am troubled. Let's increase one of these margins. 3. Nope. How about this one? Nope. How about that? Oof. I don't know what's wrong with this solution, but it is not getting me to 100%. I think what that indicates is a problem with the puzzle itself. And I don't like that. Let's see. I'm going over to another monitor that's not being recorded. I'm going to open up Chrome, which I don't usually use. I'm going to copy this solution. Got it. Let's go. We're going to turn off the full screen, move this over here. So now I'm in Chrome. Okay. Don't ask again. So there's the diff, and we see a little bit of a difference now, but not much of one. Maybe it's 72. Let's submit that and see. Nope. That is still 99.9% match. It looks slightly better. All right, so what else can we do? All right, if we were going to rethink this whole thing, I'm gonna get rid of Chrome here. I actually don't believe Chrome is the answer necessarily to our problems, or if there is an answer to the problem. All right. Let's switch to dark mode superstitiously. All right. Pieces and parts. What if we do one piece at a time? Don't really like this, but I mean, I'm not sure what else we can do. We're not getting to 100%, which is our goal. And let's find out what we can do here. Okay, so we got this background on the body. Let's make some shapes. And we're going to do one shape at a time. 4, 5. 85. So there's a single shape. And if I do border radius 50, 0, 0, 0. Does that work? Nope, doesn't work. All right, so what if we make that wider? I do think that this means this is maybe the problem. Possibly. Let's do a linear gradient from the side. 90 degrees. This color, 30 pixels, transparent. And let's get the numbers right. 30, 40, 50, 55, 0. 85 pixels wide. Okay. There's our first thing. And let's do another one. This one we'll call B. Okay. And we're going to scale -1. And we're going to translate it. And I don't remember. I never commit to memory these numbers. 9, okay, or rarely. 10, 20, okay. So that's 2 of those figures. And then the job is now to create the block shapes, which are a little easier to do. Let's start with a conic gradient at, well, we need a width, right? 100 pixels. Let's see, so we start at 40 and we end at 180, so 140 pixels wide, something like that. And 100 pixels tall. So this color, 1 extra hashtag, 75%, and transparent. All right, and then now we got 4 of them. Not the tidiest thing, but that's okay. All right, so let's move these over. All right, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then, oh, that's not right. Is that not right? 40? Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. It needs to be a little less wide, 1.8. Yeah. And a little less tall, 180? 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Where are we at? Let's take a look. As always, the repeat is the thing that we want to figure out. 110. Yeah. So no repeat, please. Okay. This is where yeah. So we need to be not so tall. How about 40. I think that's what we want. No, that's not what we want. We want less tall. 40, 30, 20. There we go. Now let's let it repeat. Oh, not quite. Oh, is this 45? No, 50? That's 80? Oh. Does this mean, have we identified the weirdness? 10, 20, 115? Okay. I think that's what I want. All right. So we've created, that was a lot of work for not a lot of greatness, unfortunately. It definitely makes me think that this is a wrong approach. Okay. So now let's do, yeah, no, the conic gradient is just not right here, is it? I think what that means is let's make some new figures. So let's call C is a new kind of element. And we'll say that, no, let's put B here, B, great. So B plus P, okay, good. So we're gonna put, okay, so this B goes here. C, background, red, okay. And actually, maybe we will put the margins P like that. All right. And let's put the height there too. Why not? Okay, there's the red element. So now let's do some work to move that guy up. We've already got translates. I think the margins are doing what they want to do. Okay, so translate 0 minus 100. Okay, minus 110, 115. So now we've got that guy there. What does that get us? I think what it gets us is we can do this now. We can use a conic gradient now. With transparent, 25%. Okay. And that's going to be some number like 50 and then 30 pixels, comma. Set that at 0, 100 pixels, and that's a little bit of a rough. Let's go ahead and put this here, 50, make that 55. And actually, no, that's not right. 2, 3. No, 55 is correct. It's the width that we need to change. It's 85 pixels wide on that pattern. 4, 5, 45. Okay. So there's that one. And then I'm going to create another one. And then I need a selector for that one as well. C plus C. So again, that's the adjacency selector. We're going to translate him over, 100 pixels. And then minus 200 pixels, something like that. maybe a little more. 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then minus 300, 350. And then we're going to scale -1. All right, we're too high. So what, 345? Let's see if that gets us 100%. If we don't, then I think that's a problem with the puzzle. Occasionally this occurs. Frustrating, but it's a thing that happens. So that's a 100% match. To me, I don't understand why the first solution didn't work. It just seems a little bit off. But again, the thing I do mention, whenever you have diagonals, whenever you have curves, they might not match perfectly. You're at risk for a solution that looks very right, but it has some pixels off. But we got 200%, which is always our goal. It did lengthen this video to 20 minutes. It doesn't always happen. But I am dogged in my determination to get to 100%. And so that's how we get that. I'm not going to optimize this. This is obviously a mess of redundant code that could be optimized, but I'm not going to do that. But feel free to do it your way. Final. Come on, here we go. Anytime now. Oh, just a painful day here. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Go make a web page, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.